Hello again, I'm Sam B. Hansen. The first thing to say in today's video is that the scores of the piano pieces written by my partner, Riona Sachs, and by myself, featured in the last video, are now available on the website Shop. There'll be a link in the description of this video and in the previous one as well. Or if you prefer, you can go to samhansen.co.uk and click on Shop in the top right corner of the screen, and that will take you to the same place where you can download PDFs of the scores that featured in the last video, number 36. But today is an introduction to the Keytar, specifically the Roland AX synth, which I've got here. This featured briefly once previously on the channel in video 14, where I gave an outdoor early morning performance of one of the tracks from my synth jazz album, The Atmosphere Suite, which is available on Spotify and from the website Shop via the same link. Here's a little reminder of video 14. So today I just wanted to talk a little bit more about some of the features of the Keytar and what it's able to do. As you can see here, it's geared up for the right hand to play the notes. I've got 4 octaves of keys here for the right to play with. And the job of the left hand over here is to play with the notes, to do funny things with the notes. And I've got all sorts of funny switches here. There's some on the back as well. The 2 knobs at the end. First of all, the little one is volume. That's fairly straightforward. The big one is what we call aftertouch, and this is where an effect of some kind is applied to a note after it's been played, and I can adjust the amount of that effect with the knob by turning it up or down. So if I play middle C on the synth sound here, that's no aftertouch at all. And I turn it on. That's all the way up, down again. And I can play with that as I see fit, just to vary the sound as I'm playing. Next to that, on the front, we've got some octave switches here. There are 4 physical octaves here, but I can also shift the octave anything up to 3 in either direction, which effectively adds 3 octaves at either end to my available compass, giving 10 in total, which is probably as many as you could ever want. So there's middle C. I can take it down an octave, and again, and a third time. Sounds like some sort of distant pneumatic drill beyond the comprehension of the human ear. Until about there. Then we can begin to hear which note is which again, and also take it the other way. So it's back in the middle, playing the top notes. 1, 2, 3. That's the top note. And again, very hard to tell which note is which until you get a bit lower. And anywhere in between. So I've got every note I could possibly want, really, on this instrument by the use of these switches here. I've also got here a modulation bar, and this applies modulation to the notes, usually in the form of vibrato, wobbliness to the note. There's middle C again. And I squeeze it a bit and it wobbles, I can let go and it stops. Just to add a bit of expression to the note. Next to it here is a touch sensitive pad which acts as a pitch bender. And on a standard keyboard you'd normally find this is in the form of a stick, which you can move left or right, and will bend the note a couple of semitones in either direction, or fractions of that if I want just a little bit, just to bend it a little bit. And usually with a pitch bender what happens is, as can happen on this instrument as well, is when I bend a note, as long as I keep my finger down, any other note that I play after that will also be bent by the same amount. So I bend this C here, up a couple of semitones to, it's now effectively D, D is now E, E is now F sharp. Could take it down a bit, there we go, kind of thing. However, what I can also do here, with the use of the middle button here, that one there, switch that on, it's called, whoops, it's called bender mode, which is a very clever device. What that enables me to do is just bend a single note, and after I've played a subsequent note after the one that I've bent, the pitch bend is cancelled, it's forgotten about. So I can bend the C here, bend up to D. Those notes are as if I'm not holding my finger anymore. Which gives us kind of... It's just a bit easier to get yourself back into a key if it's cancelled the moment you play another note. So that's what that feature does as well. Another one on the back is a Portamento, this one here, further out. Normally without that, if I play two notes that are quite relatively distant, there's two notes not to apart, they're changing from one to the other in a clean, definite way. If I turn Portamento on, I get a glide. I'll be able to hear that if I go. You can hear it sort of quickly shifting from one end to the other. Turn it off again. On. There's a little shift, a little glide from one note to the other. So what I'm going to do now is just play around with some of these features for a little bit. I'm going to improvise on the Keytar, see what comes out, and have some fun with it really. Let's see what happens. Thanks very much for watching today. Hope you've enjoyed that. The next video, which will be in 2 weeks' time on Friday the 28th of May 2021, will be Mussorgsky's Pictures at an Exhibition, which is a major piano work of his. I'll be playing that on the Nord. And 2 weeks after that, Friday the 11th of June, that date will be the day before the first anniversary of me uploading the first video to the channel. So to celebrate that, I thought I'd show a few clips from each of the previous videos that have made up the first year of the channel. And I'm going to finish with the Sarabande from Grieg's Holberg suite. And the reason I've chosen that is that I played the prelude from that same piece in video 1, and that it seemed like a nice way to round off the year. That's it for now. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks again for watching, and see you next time.